All right, we are live on YouTube as well as TikTok. Let's see if I can get in between these cameras here. That's not going to work. We're live here. Let's move this a little bit more here so you can see. That's going to get blocked. All right, guys. TikTokers, hold up here. Trying to work real time here. We're doing an experiment, guys. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'm always learning and adapting, okay? And if you're on TikTok, just bear with me here as we figure this out. I'm always learning and adapting and finding ways to where I can give you guys value. So on this live stream, what you're going to learn about is you're going to see the actual process of me restoring a set of headlights live. Go. And also, should be good there. All right, perfect. Also, I'm going to show you how you can make consistent 5 to 10K a month just restoring headlights. And so if you've never thought about that, that's what we're going to teach you in this video and show you. Full process here. My face in the camera there. Full process, show you everything. I hold nothing back. If you're new here, my name is Andrew. I restore headlights full time. And let's go. We've already got, what's up, dude? What's up? What's up, GTI guy? Yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know. I am live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, so I may or may not be able to see everything that we're doing here. First things first, you want to get the light wet. You can or cannot tape up everything. Doesn't matter at this step. If you don't tape up, just keep in mind this applicator sponge here will act as essentially like a 5,000 grit sponge. So when I'm doing it, I'm not trying to go all the way to the edge. Kind of have my thumb at the bottom, and I just use that as a guide around the body here. See that there? So that's look at that. We got a spider. Hello, bye little guy. Little guy there. The reason why that is important, if you have a black car or a dark colored car and you're using this, you can scratch the paint. It's not going to matter because you can literally just polish it out at the end. Check that out. Now here's where we will be taping this up. If you're new, if you're not new, or rather I should say, if you're not new, you'll know that a lot of times I do not tape up the light if there's a big enough gap. This car has not been cleaned in a long time. So it's okay. Let me get my blower here. This is just the Wolfbox MF50. For tape, it's easiest to use, you can use whatever tape you want. Blue tape, white tape, equals amateur hour. This is the 3M yellow tape. It's really good at withstanding moisture. Guys, if you're new here, I restore headlights full time. East Tennessee is where I am located. That's not why I'm on here. It's not that difficult, guys. It's not easy, but it is simple to make 6 figures a year just restoring it. Yes, I said that. You can make $100 grand a year just restoring headlights. And it's not even that ridiculous. 6 figures a year restoring headlights, once you know how to do it, once you have the value roadmap that you're able to walk people through. Also, that GTI guy, if you don't follow my local business page, go on Facebook later and check it out. I just did a 14 Land Rover for a lady today. Saved her butt because she hadn't gone there yet, but that was her next plan of action was getting replacements. She did know, thanks to Google, how much replacements cost. Someone said steam restoration on the TikTok. Steam restoration is fine. What I'm about to do here, if you've never seen it, is the only thing that will match the results of the vapor restoration. Someone said, do I polish it after? I will polish it, yes. And then I'll put a ceramic clear coat on afterwards. So it's a factory matched. It's what allows me to give a factory matched 3-year warranty. At the very end of the day, guys, don't overthink it. It's just plastic. Get these clients' lights clear, even if all you did was polish them. That's how I started 15 years ago. And you can do it too. It's 2026. There's a lot of other methods out there that you can do that give great value and don't take that much effort from you like what I use. But The vapor restoration, guys, someone said, how long does it last? The vapor restoration will last 12 months or less. And if that's all you're going to do, that's totally fine. Like, I'm not against that. Just know that the vapor does not give any UV protection. No sunscreen, if you will. I'm in East Tennessee, so if that's close, awesome, send me a message. If that's too far away and you want someone like this to do it near you, just type in headlight restoration near me. Headlight restoration near me. 2 questions you want to ask for that. You want to see if they give a warranty at all. If they don't give a warranty, it's not an immediate red flag. They may just not understand how to do business. But the most important question is number 2. Hey, what kind of UV protection do y'all put on at the end? What kind of warranty do you give, and what kind of UV protection? If you ask the second question and they get kind of weird, or we give this fancy little polymer, blah, blah, run, okay? What's the difference between ceramic coatings and 2K window wizards? That's a great question. So ceramic coatings, like basic ceramic coatings that are generally for paint, something like this. This is the McKee's 37. This is a graphene headlight coat. It's a specific coating for headlights. This and traditional ceramics, you apply them, wait for it to flash, and then you buff it off. So you are adding UV protection, but it's not a thick barrier. 2K is what the clear coat is on your paint, and that's designed for paint. Paint and metal doesn't bend, doesn't flex. When people put 2K on their headlights, that is when, now again, this is coming from someone who, I get a lot of pushback on this from people that feel called out because they don't want to learn any new things. When you use 2K on the light, I'm finding my standing pad here. Basically what it does is it doesn't flex unless you're adding a flex additive in the clear. In that case, disregard what I'm going to say, but it doesn't flex. The plastic, the polycarbonate, is expanding and contracting as it moves, right? And so, one more glove here. Long term, I'm talking like 4 or 5 years down the road. So long after Home Slice has the car anymore, it physically will crack the lenses. It is very thick. It's going to look amazing for a long time, like 4 years. But long term, it's going to crack the lenses and damage them. So don't use that. The reason what's cool about the stuff I use, yeah, 2K, it's super thick. Someone said 2K distorts the light out, but it's super thick. It's not meant for headlights. There are aerosols that are designed for headlights. They're still going to distort the lens a little bit, but not enough to, even 2K, it's not distorting the lens light output enough to be a safety hazard unless they don't know how to spray the clear and they get a lot of texture. Let's use grammar to our advantage here, guys. There are 2 spray aerosols that are headlight specific. You can use those. If you're new, just start with 1000. If you're not sure, what you're looking for is an even frosted look, an even matte finish, okay? Like the spray you put on your windows at Christmas time. These lights have been restored at some point before. I'm not sure what exactly is on here. And so I just want to make sure your first step, make sure you get rid of any of the failed UV coating that's on there, the failed sunscreen, and then we can go up from there. But the biggest myth that people have when it comes to headlight restoration is thinking no one's going to pay over $75. No one's going to pay, over $99. If you're having struggles getting people to pay over $99, it's never a market issue. It's a you issue. It's a you issue, okay? If you're not understanding how to sell and talk about the value conversation with these customers, no one's going to use it. I do not charge less than $200 a set, and I do that, or the way that I do that is not by saying, "Oh, Mr. Smith, it's going to be $200 for the restoration." Price is almost always one of the last things that comes up. So pro tip, do not just say, "Yep, it's $200. It's not how that's how you piss people off. Pardon my language here. Quoting high just for the sake of it is either I don't want to do it, or it's just to make people angry. Now I've taken my paper, folded it in half. We show YouTube here. Folded it in half here, and I'm using it on the edge to get closer to I keep the curved section towards the middle of the light, and we are just sanding this edge here. The top section here. We're going to keep this paper folded in half to get this entire upper section done here. This job is a $225 job. We're also going to do the blinkers, which YouTube can't really see. Let's bring it down. We're also going to do the blinkers down here. Same exact process for the blinkers, guys, but I may or may not show that on tonight's live stream. $225 all day long. Stick to imports. Honda, Acura, Toyota, Lexus, Mazda, and Subarus. If you are new, even if you're not new, try to specialize in those, because those are going to be the ones where you get the fastest results. Now you can charge more for the import stuff. Like one of our students in our school group, which I'll talk about in a minute, but his third set, 1, 2, 3, count them. His third set, because of our school group, he charged $499, $500. Technically that's a lie because it's $1 short of $500, but he charged $500. Still saved the customer over $6,000 and immediately got a 5-star review because he knew the value roadmap to walk the customer through, and he knew how to communicate and educate the customer. He did not get that job because of him saying, yep, it's going to be $499. That person would have been like, no, sir, we're going to use the other guy down the street. Price was never even negotiated. He didn't give $499. The guy said, well, can you match We Sand Plastic RS? No, he didn't. You don't get that. If people are pushing back, telling you, oh, well, the other guy down the street can do it for $40. Sam's can do it. True story. Sam's can do it for $50 or less. Walmart can do it for $35 or $40. That's true. If you're getting that, it's because you're saying the wrong words to your clients. It's because you're still acting and talking as an amateur. So if you're looking to build a consistent foundation where anything below this, you're like, what's broken? Something's not working right. A consistent foundation of $5,000 to $10,000 a month for restoring headlights. Guys, it's free to check this out. It's literally cost you nothing to go check this out. I give you permission to hop off the live stream, not that you needed it. HeadlightRestorationSchool.com. School is spelled just like school. That's where we teach you. I will say most people join the premium one. It's $194 a month because you get, for example, you just get a lot more value. In that one, you get bi-weekly calls, you get call recordings, that one. But do whatever makes sense to you. And the goal is to help you build that foundation within 90 days. Many people who join do it in the first, it's already the 18th. There's one of our students, his whole goal was to replace his income. He did it in the first week and a half, doing what we do, following the simple roadmap. So, our number 1 and number 2 students, guys, 19 years old. One of them is on track to blow past $20K a month, $20,000 restoring headlights. And then the other one, sorry, I'm trying to find my other papers here. And the other one will hit at least $20K. May surprise us here at the end. Brady, if you're watching, surprise us. What's up, guys? Correct. Amanda ordered. The reason why I say that is because it's on a platform called School, SKOOL. So, for anyone who knows, that's why you get the differentiation. But guys, let's do some quick math here. My goal personally is I want to be done by noon. The whole reason why I restore headlights is I'm 36 years old, married, 4 beautiful kids. We have identical twin 6-year-old girls. We have a 3-year-old son, and then we have an almost 2-year-old daughter. And my whole goal is I want to be a dad. Now, that's not everyone's thing. I know some people love to be gone all day, but that's not me. I want to be present with my kids, especially when it's school time. My first job, I start at 8 a.m. because we drop the kids off. The older ones, their school starts at like 7:40. And it allows me to be done by the time they're ready to be picked up, so I can drop them off and pick them up from school. And just be present. And so base price, I start at $200. That's how much I charge, minimum. I'm not going to come out to your house, give you a 3-year warranty, make your lights look absolutely amazing. I'm not going to do that. I'm not even coming out to your house for less than $200. Now it goes up to $350, $300, whatever. Depends on the situation. Like today, I did a 2014 Range Rover. It was $300. She left me a 5-star review so fast when I was done. But let's just say $200 to call it even. We charge $200. We do 4 sets. On average, it's going to take someone, if you do imports only, 30 to 60 minutes a job to get those results. You do the math, times 4, $800, times 5, $4,000 in a week, times 50. Someone let me know what the math is here. $800 a day, times 5 days a week, take weekends off, go ride your mountain bike, have fun. $800 times 5, that's 4,000. 4,000 times 50. Someone let me know. 200K, Rusty. Exactly. What's really cool, besides the fact that many of you just said, no way, there's no way. Your mind told you that's ridiculous. That's not. That's still part-time physical effort. Again, my job is UCJ. I know it's ridiculous. My job is I want to be home and be with my families. For the people who don't believe it, I don't care. Like, you don't pay my bills. I'm not going to show you my bank statements, but it's simple math. The reason why I do what I do, I'm nothing special. Many of our students charge more than I do, which is really encouraging to me. It's like I need to double my prices. I close 90% of the jobs that I talk to on the phone, which is not okay. It should ideally be like 30 to 40%. And so what's funny is the people who are laughing right now in the chat, they're broke. Their mind has been conditioned to be broke. And so what I would ask you guys is, how long are you going to let your mind keep you skeptical? I have nothing to sell you. I'm just here. We're having fun. ASMR, right? I don't care. Even if you don't do headlight restoration, there's a bunch of ways in 2026 that you can make income. And so find a way. God did not put you here on this earth just for you to pay bills, go to work, pay bills, struggle, pay bills, be stressed out because the light bill got shut off. That was literally me. So no matter how you do it, just find a way. Train your mind to look for opportunities, whether it's starting a trash cleaning bin company, you go around and clean people's trash cans, or you offer to, if you're under the age of 18 and you're like, let me just offer to take people's trash cans to the front of the curb at the end of the day on trash day and bring it back. Charge $5 a house. That adds up quick. Some people will laugh at that and say, no one's going to pay for it. I promise they will. All the people that are CEO bros that are like gone at 6 in the morning and they come back at 7 p.m. They don't want to trash it out. Half the time they've forgotten to do it anyways, and then they're like, oh man. The way they remember is they come home and see their neighbor's trash cans out and realize that, oh no, I missed trash day again. So don't be that guy. Looking for my 4,000 grit. Ceramic up there for next, because that's the next and final step. But I don't care, guys. Like, whether you believe me or not, I don't care. I know how much I make. I know how much my students make. And that's what I love. The ones who are serious. My mission this year is to help at least 1,000 people make their first 100K restoring headlights. And what that looks like is by the end of this year, you will have created the baseline where you can make consistently 5 to 10K a month. Guys, it's not, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it is very simple. And what's really cool is headlight restoration is a never-ending niche. You will never, as long as you continue talking to people, continue doing great work, continue asking, hey, Mr. Smith, I know you love the results that I did. It'd be crazy to have you share these pictures on your Facebook page. Yeah, perfect. Continue talking to people, let them know that what you do, who you are, everything. What's up, YouTube chat? Good question. You're so welcome. I appreciate you hopping on here. 1,000. Start it at 1,000. If you're not sure, you can always start at 1,000 and work your way up. 2, 3, 4, and now we're almost done with the flight. This is why I love doing import cars. When you're done, let's test and verify. It's not allowed in Germany. So what's cool, I have followers who do it in Germany. I am not advocating you disobey what the TUV tells you to do, but you could still offer something like the McKees 37 that I showed you earlier, or you could start with maybe PPF, London View Paint Protection Film, and you could offer preventative services there. So like help it never get faded in the first place, right? So once it gets faded, TUV says, oh, you got to replace it. If you instead do the preventative service, take a drink of my body armor. Hashtag not sponsored. I did not know this flavor existed. Watermelon strawberry. This is a banger. Yeah, so even in Germany, like there's people that I know and my followers that still do it there. Whether they do it on a vehicle or they buy parts cars, refurbish those, and then resell those lights. There's ways to make income with headlight restoration outside of the typical, go to a client and do it that way. So, but guys, if I miss a question, it's not because I'm trying to avoid you or anything like that. I want to answer every question. I've got 2 chats going right here, and I'm trying to work here. So, I'm trying to be done by 11. So, I'll stay as long as I need to because again, we're doing both lights and both blinkers. Side note: if you do one of these pilots or some of the Ridge lines too, every single time so far that I've seen it on social media, you guys miss this. Y'all restore this light, but then you skip this and add this on. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not suggesting you do that. I'm saying you can offer a preventative service. That's legal. So what that looks like is the cars that are not faded. Hey, Mr. Smith. Hey, Jan. Hey, Chris John. Hey, I want to offer this to protect your lights so that you don't have to deal with TUV. This is a simple polish. I use the Kosh Chemi. Show YouTube. This is the Kosh Chemi Micro Cut. Use whatever you want. I like this because it's really, really good. My super duper fancy Harbor Freight drill. Go slower here, make sure you don't polish the top. Good. Now you could take the proof off if you wanted. Now my goal here is not to go for perfection. You could go to perfection if you wanted to. The reason why I'm not going for perfection is the ceramic, which is there. 3M's really good. I wouldn't say it's the best. That's kind of arguable, but 3D1 hybrid is also a really good one you could use. At the end of the day, guys, the polish on this stuff does not really matter. Now, there's obviously some really garbage ones. You could use chemical guys, 3M. You could use wires. I don't care. Use something. The pads I'm using, guys, and the stuff that I normally buy, the Pro Kit from Headlight Magic, these pads are out of stock right now. Go to Amazon. Get somewhere here. Get the SPTA right here. It's a wool pad, SPTA. These are like right now the Pro Kit. I appreciate that, Enrique. The Pro Kit is $30 off because they're out of pads for the moment. The other day they sold 100 kits in a day. So let's see. I started a business this spring. Very slow going to get started. I love it. Jimbo, just check out. It doesn't matter if you join. Just check out headlightrestaurationschool.com. It's where we talk about all that stuff. You have access to our marketing company, all this stuff. I promise we want you to win. But at the end of the day, just the most basic way to market is talk to more people every single day. So you'll get $30 off the Pro Kit. Again, if only if you want to use this stuff. Plus, you get 10% off when you use code Andrew. So headlightmagic.com. It's the Pro Kit. Use code Andrew. Now we're doing the final buff. So notice I'm moving really fast here. So this stuff, these pads look really good. Now, when you're done and you're like, oh, we're good. This is why I left the tape on. I wanted to show you guys this. So take your dirty towel. By the way, this other question I get, what the heck is he spraying on the lens? It's just spray away glass cleaner. YouTube in the chat. And at this point, if you're not sure, you could still take your blower and dry the whole light off. It's dry already, but all I got to do. And I love it. We got friends uniting in the chat. You're welcome. Welcome to my family reunion. What's up, Emmanuel? This is why I love social media for stuff like this, you know. So, right, if you're done polishing and you clean the light up with your spray away or water, whatever you got, and you still see heavy scratches, this is why I would recommend, if you're new, leave the tape on for this step, because you can go back and re-sand. Earlier, I know someone said I always start at 600. You're spending too much time, okay? Literally, you can always start at 1,000. Now, if you know what you're doing, cool, that's fine. But you can always start at 1,000. Oftentimes, that's all you need. The whole goal is to get rid of the highest grit possible that will start to remove the failed sunscreen, the failed UV coating. Appreciate you guys hopping on the chat. Guys, if you're not subscribed, smash the subscribe button. We are on a mission to get to 4,000 watch hours, so appreciate that. If you guys aren't following, smash the follow button. This is not finished. But I will say is most detailers leave it like this. And so this is what the big separator is. It's also why I was able to polish so fast and not sit there and try to get for perfection. Because the final step here, it is a ceramic. So I'm going to explain this for a second while I do this. A lot of people will see this and they hear me say, well, it's called the restoration ceramic. And they think, well, it's the same as everything else. So like, what the heck? Why are you able to... Side note, I am just shoving this into the cracks. Make sure you wipe your cracks out. Yeah, if you really take bad headlights, then that's fine. But I'm just saying, if a lot of times 1,000 grit will do it just fine. At this point, guys, it should not look like we're here. So what I will do, one more step. The downside to you guys watching my stream is I have ADHD, so squirrel, shiny object, I'll forget what I'm saying half the time. So if I forget, feel free to remind me in the comments. But wipe it all off, dry it all off. I'm going to use my blower. This is just the Wolfbox MF50. Here. The last thing you want when you're doing, especially this kind of clear, you don't want moisture coming back down on that once we're done. Real fast. I'm going to go ahead and do this bottom light really quick. It'll take me 2 seconds, guys, so just bear with me here. 1,000, 2,000. We're going to do always first lens prep. So the difference between the traditional ceramic, if you put a traditional ceramic on this, yes, you would, which this bugs me because I see people do this in videos and then they immediately end the video. Red flag. If as soon as you see the end result, the video ends and they walk away, hello, they're hiding something. If they're before and after pictures or far away after pictures, they're hiding something. One thing I will always do for you guys, that's what the lens prep does, pulls all that garbage off. I will always bring you in closer. I will point out the flaws that are still there because, guys, at the end of the day, it's just plastic. There's only so much you can do here. 1,000. For these, I won't use the attachment here. I just sand by hand, fold it in half. This will be fast. So the restoration ceramic is different than a normal ceramic because it actually stays on the light. It creates a thick, heavy protection because it's a clear coat as well. And then once it dries in about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on your temperature. Also, if you're new, don't try what I'm doing right now. The way I'm doing this is I have my finger on the very edge of my paper, like this. My finger actually acts as a bump stop or a wheel. Let's blow off this guy really fast. And then that's why I'm not taping this. I've been doing headlight restoration full time for 5.5 years now. headlight restoration in general for 15 years. But yeah, so the restoration ceramic will fill in any of these other micro cracks, imperfections, these scratches. I mean, not micro cracks, sorry, micro scratches. And so that's what allows me to not have to, so you can go faster and you get better results that actually last. 2000 grit here. These are really simple to do on this particular car. Every pilot is going to be different. The reason I'm doing this one first is because I don't want to put this on because it's still going to be wet. And then when I spray this, the last thing you want is while you're spraying, you don't want it to be, wet. While it's drying, you don't want it to be wet. I'm losing my mind tonight. 4,000's there. Donde es? It's hot. So anyways, you let it dry. We're just gonna do all this at once. So we can do one side. We'll move everything over to the driver's side, which will be very interesting because I don't really have any room over there for my cameras. So we'll get creative. I know it looks like I'm sanding the paint, but I promise I'm not. Promise these people aren't paying me $225 for scratching the crap out of the paint. I'm not getting 5-star review after 5-star review because I'm scratching the paint. I don't have high-end dealerships that use me for their service because I'm scratching the paint. I have high-end dealerships and 5-star reviews because I'm really good at what I do. But what's cool is with headlight restoration, it's a very quick learning curve. I'm not talking 12 months to get good. Like, spend a 10 to 20 sets of lights and you can get proficient. Now, working your way up, you want to continue to get efficient time-wise, but do you spray glass cleaner? Yeah, I'm using Sprayway foaming glass cleaner. It just keeps the mess up on the light. Appreciate that. All right, same thing. Micro cut, Kosh Gimme. I'm going to polish a little slow on this one. Yeah, it's fun. What I would say, I love that you learn by yourself. I did too. If you're not making consistent 5 to 10K a month doing this, something's missing. And I mean, obviously you pay your own bills, so that's fine. If you're charging less than $200, also something's missing. You don't have a way to do that. Now, what allows me and my students to outcharge anyone else in our city, I did not say overcharge. I'm not about that life. Outcharge is the value roadmap that we walk people through. You can still make really good money with filling headlights. There's a lot of people that charge, like when I was charging $125 a set, I did not have the value roadmap. I was just getting yeses because I was really good at what I do. You can still do that. $150 a set is where it starts to get a little bit different. That's where you start to have people that are like, oh, well, Timmy down the street can do it for cheaper. You start to have pushback. That's when you start to 150 range is where you need to have some type of value roadmap to walk people through. Otherwise, you're still a commodity service, and they're just going to use the cheapest service. But one more thing here. Clean towel, and then we'll put the ceramic on after this, guys. This is a clean towel, and we'll do it on both lights at the same time. So, and then I will bring you in closer to show you. ABR. The pads I use, they're from headlightmagic.com. They're out of stock right now because the other day, you guys, in general, you guys were just amazing. And so they sold out. It's not my product, guys. A lot of people are like, oh, your product. No, it's not my product. I used it in my daily business because it gives me really, really good results that are consistent. But it's not my product. Yeah, let me get my applicator pad over here. I'll be right back. But the reason why I use it is because it gives me super, super consistent results that I can count on every single time. So I'm not having to worry about, like, it's going to give me a reaction. Is it going to last? Is it going to be still there in 6 months. It allows me to give, I don't even know. Oh, pads. The pads are sold out, but the Headlight Magic stuff is what I use. Get them from Amazon. Use the SPTA pads. Okay, so I'm putting this, I saturate the pad here. This is, I'm in an enclosed space, so I'm trying to do this away from my face. Set that on my glove. Now, straight off the bat, do you see that difference? Can you see that? I was going to say Amazon, but YouTube cannot see it. What we're going to do is get the edges first, and then we just do overlapping passes. And I'll bring you in closer when I'm done. Overlapping passes, get the edges first. And this is, it's self-leveling. So if you're doing this and you see streaks, red flag, add more drops to your pad. It's basically that simple. And when you're done, and when you think you've got it all figured out, go back over, look at every single angle, because I missed 2 spots down here. Look at every angle. Make sure you didn't miss a spot. If you miss a spot, in the sunlight, you've got about 2 to 3 minutes to touch it up. Okay. And then we'll just, I've got enough on the pad to do this light as well. All right, TikTok. I'm going to bring you guys in a second. The YouTube first. You guys can see this. Hopefully. Okay. My web camera is not the best, guys. Sorry. That's why I stopped. If you want to see the end result closer, come over to TikTok. For you guys, I'm going to bring up my camera and flip it for you guys. So this is after. I'm going to point out there's on the inside, if you see this little halo right here, that's on the inside. We can't fix that. If you ever have any weird streaks, this light is a 210,000 mile car. So there's some rock chips that I decided not to get out, but you could sand it. There's a little bit of moisture on the inside down in here. That's interior. And then that lights as well. And then these little drops on here, they'll go away when it's done. Yeah, that's the restoration ceramic. So again, that's the headlight restoration coating from Headlight Magic. I don't care what you use. Use whatever you want that gets you great results. As long as you're getting your clients great results, bill them for it and go to your next one. The reason I love this stuff is because it gives me super consistent results. It dries just like that. And this is in a garage that's got terrible lighting. It dries just like that. And it allows me to give without effort, a 3-year warranty. Now, you don't have to give a 3-year. Some people use it. Some people use it to give a 1 year. Some people give it 2 years. Some people don't give a warranty at all. Give me the good tips to get more clients. I do that, and I have over 800 videos here. I always give the tips. What sucks is people don't take action on it. Talk to more people every single day. Let every single person you know that you exist and know that you do this. If you want to go really fast, text people on your phone who you know live locally. And this is a big one that no one wants to do because it's, oh my gosh, what is Timmy going to think about me? Text everyone on your phone who you know lives locally. Promise if you do this, literally 1% of people that I give this suggestion to will actually do it. Text people in your phone who you know live locally. Hey, and ideally you have a before and after picture to send with it. Hey, Timmy. Hey, John. Hey, Aunt Jessica, whatever. I just started restoring headlights. I would love to get your lights clear and safe. If you have any that need it done, give me a shout. My next 5, my next 7, give a specific number. I'm giving a discount. I normally charge this price. I'll do it for this price. Most people are lazy and they won't do it, and it gets uncomfortable. That's the real thing. They're uncomfortable. But guys, if you're broke, if you need extra money, you should not care 1 iota, 1 bit, 1 ounce what someone else is going to think about you. Because here's what happens. You text someone and they're like, oh, we have a brand new car, so we're good. But actually, my neighbor across the street has, I'll give him your information. Now you have a job. Now you have a lead. Okay. I wouldn't really give a price without, because people, then you're catering, Jordan, whether you realize it or not, giving a price with a warranty and without a warranty, you are automatically speaking to clients that are budgeters. Unless you want those people, don't do that. Now, if someone calls you and they're like, hey, I saw that it's $200, whatever your price is. I'm moving out of state next week. I don't need a warranty. You can give them a little bit of a discount, but don't give them a ridiculous discount. give them something, but you don't have to give a whole lot. You don't have to give them the farm. Okay. I'm gonna set my stuff up over here before I gotta make space, make way, make room. But I'm still gonna talk to you guys. So I used to do tiers. I'd say, you know, most amateurs have started with tiers. They didn't know, and so they're like, oh, well, this bucket already. Well, I have like for slightly damaged lights, I'll do this price. If you're a little bit worse, you can do this. If you have crazy light out, I'm saying this because you sound this way when you're talking to customers. You just don't even know it. Let's do this one. My battery's dead on that light, so we'll do a different light. Yeah, don't do that. Instead, if you wanted to do that, I would rather, much rather you do one price. Hey, this is my price and who I stand for. And then, let's bring this in closer, you guys. You're going to be really close on this one, so. Like, too close. Oh, well. Sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. So let me show you what this light looks like right now. Okay. Let me block another person. We're getting lots of chatbots in here that are lame sauce. Confirm, deny. Flip the camera. Okay, so this is this light with the, see, we've got the classic Honda spider webbing happening here at the top section. And then same thing on this light. You've got that weird hologram on the inside. That gray box, we're not getting rid of that, okay? It's just there. The upper section is starting to yellow again up here. Same thing with this one. The oxidation starting at the top upper section. Obviously bugs and chips and rocks. Do you just buff the ceramic after a certain amount? No, you just let it dry completely. So that's one big difference on this as well. With typical ceramics, you would flip camera. You would buff it off after like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. With the restoration ceramic, you don't. You let it dry on the light. And so the only downside could, not is, but could be, if you're doing this and it's going to start raining on you the next 5 or 10 minutes after starting. When I mean starting, like say you apply the ceramic and then the next 5-10 minutes later, it starts raining. That could mess it up, but even then, it's not such a mess up that you can't go back and fix it. So let's move my tight garage here. I literally pulled this in right before it started raining earlier for this client. The garage door is like an inch from the back of this car here. I'm just gonna get what I need, so I have space over there, lower. I thank you for your patience. Ask away in the comments, questions. 1, 2,000. Okay. 3,000, 4,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Pads. And then we get started. Again, what's cool about this is you don't need to be fancy pants. My hope with this is more prepared for your live streams, right? But I just want you guys to see and understand the true power of headlight restoration. There is no reason why you cannot go out in your local city, start talking to people there locally, and make an extra, at a minimum, side hustle, $500 to $1,000 this month. No reason, other than you won't do it, which is terrible. But for the few of you who actually will, the few of you who will implement and do stuff, you guys can go, I get messages every single day. I use this as my dirty towel, as my cushion, so I can actually carefully set stuff on this client's hood without a worry. Again, pads, sandy grits, our dirty or dry towel here. Let's go to town. Make sure everyone can see. We're good. You two. You guys are literally all of my business on this. Yeah. Go to my posts. You can just message me. Andy, if you go to the products that I use are headlightmagic.com, use code Andrew, you'll get 10% off. where we teach people how to make consistent income is headlightrestorationschool.com. Most people pick the premium one, but you could pick any one you want. Recommendations on headlight coating for life they're in good condition. Preventative service. I didn't bring it with me, but it's over there. McKees 37 is what I would recommend. MCKEES 37 digits 37. McKees 37. It's a really good product. So that's you can make an extra $5,000 a month. Most people won't do it because it's a different thing. They're just uncomfortable to do it, but you can make an extra $3,000 to $5,000 just. I'm a DJ. Sorry, I know this is annoying, but look at that. Look at that YouTube. Decent amount of interested people when I talk to them. I wonder if I need to close it a little better. Yeah, if they're saying no, there's an objection that you're either saying the wrong words or something's happening where they're not opting in, right? It's very much a no-brainer service. I close 90% at starting price of $200. So, I left the tape. I'm not gonna not tape this up. This one's a tight one. 1, 2. What's that getting? Is ADHD real? Oh, gloves. That's what I was getting. Gloves. Yeah, if you're having issues getting customers to say yes, especially if you're not charging over $100, it's not the market. It's you. And no one likes to hear that because they want to be coddled and soft parented. My goal is not to be a soft parent and tell you what you want. My goal is to help you make as much money as you can make. And students are 19 years old. We have 1 and 2 of them. They'll both make over $20,000 this month restoring headlights. Need my dry towel. It doesn't stick to wet surfaces, okay? Because they simply don't rinse and repeat. But other people, they're like, well, I can't get clients and they're struggling because you won't implement what I talk about in my videos, or you're letting your own mindset make you think that even our basic program of $94 or $97 a month is too expensive. It's because you don't believe in it. If you truly believe that joining the group would make you $5,000 to $10,000 a month, you would have already joined, which is fine. I just know this. I'm not saying this in a negative way. You will pay with your time way before you pay with your money. That's why I make all my free videos, because they cost me time to make them and they cost you time to watch them. So they're not free. It's just community service. And I know that some people feel that they can't afford what I offer. Notice I did not say they can't afford what I offer. The amount of people who message me saying, man, I'll join your program when I get some extra money. And you go look and they just now bought 3 new pairs of Jordans, or they just bought a random carbon fiber ring for their Supra, or like the silliest things. But they won't invest in something that can make them 6 figures. And then they're like, well, I don't get it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's the few that choose. I don't care. You can get the new product, the polish, you can buy it separately. Ernesto, that's a good question. I don't know. I'm sure that he would probably sell it separately. It's already shipping, so you could probably message Jason and ask him. Yeah. Guys, literally, it's never the market. Let me take this up so you guys can be done. If I get this comment all the time, and it's sad, it's just a mindset thing. What people don't realize is when they say, no one's charging over $9, all they're really screaming is that they have a poverty mindset. And I understand that's not comfortable to hear. I want you to make the most money possible. And so you need to get someone who's going to speak the truth to you in love. If you're new here, this is going to be coming off super aggressive. But one of our students this month, already, the month's not even over yet. He said, this is the first month. His goal was, I think it was a year, or it was either 6 months or a year, to match his income. He already matched it this month. Okay. Another student was able to charge on his 3rd set of restoration, ever charging for a customer, $499. To put that in perspective, guys, I've never charged $499 and got it all day long. The customer was like super, super happy. So YouTube's getting the premier experience here with the view. But it's never the market. It's always you. You're saying the wrong words and you're speaking to the wrong people. So, guys, if you're getting customers who are like negotiating on price, guys, it's because you're saying the wrong words. You're talking to the Walmart. I'm saying this because I used to be this way. Over here. You're speaking to the Walmart shoppers, the DIY, the bargain hunters, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But I guess someone was talking about the price of the Pro Kit. I don't know. Because the Pro Kit is actually really cheap. If you're thinking the Pro Kit's expensive, it doesn't matter to me if you use it. It's not my product. Now we're running into a tight situation. Hey, YouTube, I'm going to bounce because you guys aren't going to be able to see this. If you guys want the products that I use, headlightmagic.com, use code Andrew. They'll give you 10% off. And then if you want to learn how to make consistent $5,000 to $10,000 a month, just go to headlightrestorationschool.com. And again, most people pick the premium one, but pick whatever's right for you. You guys have an amazing night, and I will see y'all on the next one. Okay, now TikTok.